One day, Diesel had to take a goods train to the mainland. Ready to go to the mainland, Diesel?
Well, not really.
And Diesel set it off with his train. Later, Philip had to send a train for the next train. Then there was trouble. Philip got bumped! And he crashed right into the station. And Diesel crashed! And the rest of the train crashed hard into there.
Oh dear.
Diesel had broke his wheels. And everyone was injured.
While these trains are getting repaired, I'll send you to fetch the passenger trains, and you will take care of the goods traffic.
Although, you would need another engine.
Yeah, I'll need to fetch another engine.
A few days later, the new engine arrived.
Alright, you two, here is Toby, my new engine. He's a tram engine, and he'll help out on the railway while the other engines are getting repaired. And he will help the ghost train with the passengers. Alright, Toby, go find a turntable so you can collect the passengers.
Alright.
Look out! But Henrietta hit it, Diesel 10.
So Toby moved out of the way so that the ghost train would get through as well.
Whoa, a little too fast, you tram engine.
Soon, Toby backed up. Soon, Toby arrived at the station. Just then, the ghost train arrived.
So it looks like I'm a ghost train for Halloween. Well, sometimes I appear when it's not Halloween.
Later, as Toby pulled into Edwin's station, he kept thinking about what the ghost train had said. Later, Diesel 10 had an accident, so Toby was sent to pull his train. So before he pulled his train, he had to get him out of the water. But before he had to pull him out, the breakdown train tried to get him out, but the diesel was a bit too heavy. Soon, Diesel 10 was out of the water, but he still had to be back on the track. Then, his back hit the ground, and Toby, pulling hard, managed to pull him to safety. And Toby set it off with the goods train. Soon, Toby arrived at the station. The angry conductor was there, and he was uncoupled from the cars, and he set it off back to his shed. The next day, Toby arrived to collect his passengers and set it off for Edwin Station. Later, Toby arrived at the station, and then, just then, Diesel arrived. Alright, off we go. Toby was doing pretty good for a few days, but later that day, he had to use something to push that car out of the way. So Toby backed up pretty far, and Toby thundered, and he moved the car out of the way. But unfortunately, it didn't work, and Toby was derailed. And so was Henrietta. Soon, the ghost train's coaches were on the track. So while the ghost train was being repaired, Toby had to collect the coaches and pull them and be coupled up with them at the front. So now Toby had a lot to do, as well as his own work. And soon, Toby set it off for Edwin. And soon, Toby arrived at Edwin's station. It felt like he was in the middle of the train, with the Hosmer Express's coaches at the front and Henrietta at the back. Although, there were 2 coaches at the front and 1 coach at the back. A lot of work to do for Toby. A lot of work. Later, Toby arrived at his last stop. It was Hogsworth Station. And the passenger cars were coupled up to the ghost train for its next job. So now the ghost train had to do Diesel 10's work as well as his own, pulling coaches and pulling goods trains. Not a lot of trains like doing extra work. It makes them exhausted. And they would need a rest when they got back to the shed. And Toby set it off back again on the line. Everywhere Toby went, he would stop. King, what is that? You got the first. Toby found it a little funny. He did, kind of. Sometimes, Toby would pull bootstrings behind his coat and that's when Toby would on his old railway. On the island solo, and the old line was closed a long time ago. It closed a long time ago. Old line that closed before he went to Sodor, and he may have been some stuff back in Sodor, but who would know? And soon, Joey arrived at Osborne Station to drop off his cars. And in the end of the day, Toby put Henrietta on the siding, and he went off to rest. And that is the story of Toby. We will see him again, but that is another story.